Hello YouTube, and welcome back to another video. As you can see from the title, we've got some pickups. Not many, what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 and a bit. So yeah, 6 games and a new console. Not that one either. So yeah, as you can see, the other new console, the Master System, working perfectly fine with Alex Kidd in Miracle World built in. Cock on, no complaints there. So yeah, you've seen that already though in the last video, haven't you? So, where we're going to start? We're going to start with one you've already seen, I suppose. Because I haven't really talked about the game much. So, we've got Porsche Challenge on the PS1. So, bought this for Retro Red Steve's Racing Challenge. Never played it before, so a bit of a punt. Not sure how much I like it, to be honest with you. I really enjoyed doing the time trials sort of thing, you know, trying to beat my lap time and stuff like that. And I played on quite a bit, not straight after the video, but the day after. I tried it again and I did get a bit of a better time. But then I decided, right, let's play through the rest of the game, have a go at that. And I think I'm up to race 9 at the minute. But it's getting a bit samey now, because there's only 4 tracks. And although they try and mix it up a bit, so the first time you do the first 4 tracks, it's short versions of the tracks. It's like a fucking zoo, this place, isn't it? Every time I sit down and make a video, a cat turns up. Or a dog, or something else. Yeah, what I was saying. First 4 tracks you do are the short versions of the tracks. And then you go through the tracks again and it's the long versions. And then now I'm on race 9. And it's the same 4 tracks again. But now it's like, what did they call them? I forgot what the name they used was. Interactive tracks, I believe. So like the first lap will be the long version, second lap will be the short version, third lap's a mix between the long and the short, and then 4th lap as well, there's 4 laps on that one. That's the other way around on the short and the long sort of thing. But it just feels very, very samey after a while. So yeah, I'm going to beat it. I'll keep playing through until I've beaten it. But I'm not sure if that one's a keeper. We'll see. I might start enjoying it more when I've beaten it a few times and got used to the tracks. Because at first I really didn't like the long tracks, but then the more I played them I kind of did like them. So I don't know, it's kind of growing on me, but I don't know if it's a keeper or not yet. But we got it anyway. Got it for the fun of the high score challenge, which I really enjoyed, so it was worth $6.50 just for that. Yeah, great condition. Cheap as chips, $6.50. Can't go wrong really, can you? Even if I only get a few days fun out of it and sell it on again. Well worth $6.50. So from there, where are we going next? We're going to my first game for this system. I don't actually own this system. Obviously I can play it, but we have got 007, The World Is Not Enough, on the Game Boy Color. Now this is one of the very few James Bond games I've never played is this one. Never owned it either. I'm never massively into the Game Boy Color. I love the Game Boy and I love the Game Boy Advance, but there was something about Game Boy Color games that just didn't feel quite right when I played them. But yeah, this one looks quite good. It's like a, you'll be able to see the box. I'll be showing you a box now. But yeah, it looks like a top-down shooter type game. Similar to 007 on the Game Boy. It's very similar, is that. It is a top-down shooter adventure type game. And I really like the Game Boy version. So yeah, I've beaten the Game Boy version. I've beaten one of the Game Boy Advance games, I can't remember which one. But that was an isometric shooter, and I can't remember which one that is. And I've played the other one, but I never beat it. So yeah, we're getting there with them. Like I said, I've never played this one, but it does look fun. If it's all like the Game Boy original game, that was brilliant, that is. Totally different to all the other Bond games, but it is a really good fun game. It's sort of like, it's like Zelda, but with James Bond, basically. Like, what's the Game Boy's version of Zelda? I can't remember what that's called now. Link's Awakening? Whatever that's called. It's like that, but it's Bond. It's cool. I did a full playthrough of it on my channel many years ago. I'm pretty sure I streamed it. Live streamed it. Don't know, I'll have to see if I've still got a video. Anyway, yeah, not played that one yet. And like I said, I don't have a Game Boy Color. Got cat hair stuck to my nose now, bloody cat. I can play it on the GameCube, and I can play it on my next new edition. So, finally, got myself a Game Boy to play all these damn Game Boy games on. So, I've got a Game Boy Original, so I can play my Game Boy Original games, but I've got a hell of a lot of Game Boy Advance games, and although I could play it on my GameCube, I can't play them outdoors or take it with me, and that's the whole point of having a Game Boy Advance game, isn't it? So you can take it with you. First time I've had one this colour. Is it graphite or onyx? I don't know what colour it is. Yeah, European version. It's black as far as I'm concerned. Got it for a cheap price, and it was meant to be fully working, and then when I got it home, let's see if it does it now. Volume full. I don't know if you'll be able to make it out, but volume sometimes works and sometimes don't. Not a big deal. So it's working now. You press it, it goes off. So yeah, not a big deal. It's quite an easy fix. It's just annoying that it was sold as fully working. I did complain and I got a partial refund. They said, oh, do you want to send it back? And I'm like, no, I can't be asked. It's a really easy fix. Basically, the speaker sits here and it's on two, well, they're like cartridge slots. They're like bendable contacts. And it just touches the board and it's pressure touching it. That's how it works. And after a while, if people are squeezing it and getting mad with it, it just gets a bit loose, does the contacts. I've actually seen them snap before now. So I've just ordered a new speaker from Amazon. A couple of quid. I'll chuck one in it. Job's good in. Came with that as well. Mario Kart Super Circuit, which not I bothered for. I've already got a mint box copy of that. I didn't even know I had a game with it, to be honest, when I was buying it. But yeah, I can get round to playing my actual Game Boy Advance games on a Game Boy Advance now, which is cool. Cool thing to do. Played through Alien Hominids. I did a pick up and play type video of that. Loved that game, absolutely brilliant. And when I played it on the actual Game Boy, it's what I used to test the Game Boy out, because I'd still had it out. It plays so much better on Game Boy Advance rather than on the GameCube player. It really does. Brilliant game that. Beating it on easy and medium, but I can't beat it on hard yet. I'm still kind of messing around with it, although I've moved on to other games now as well. But what a tricky game it is on hard, that. Right, next one. This was a charity shop purchase, which is an unusual occurrence for me. It's not often I see games I want in charity shops, and unless they're in excellent condition and really cheap, I don't buy them. So at the same time, I bought a bundle of 4 PS1 games. They were all shit, but they all had mint cases. So I've just ripped the inserts and the games out, fucked them off, and I've got like really nice cases for the games that I had a little bit of damage to. Like CT Special Forces had a cracked hinge. That's now got a mint case. Brilliant. So yeah, I bought 4 PS1 games. I can't even remember what they were. They were shit. And I got this, which is a game which was on my to-get list. So I find one in a charity shop. Normally it's just FIFA games, stuff like that. So I'm really happy I come across this. Really good condition as well. Return of Castle Wolfenstein. Really good condition. Lovely game. Played through this a couple of times in the past. I've not played it again since I bought it. But yeah, I have played through this a couple of times in the past. Really enjoyed it. I do like the Wolfenstein games. My favourite is probably the first PS3 game. Absolutely love that one. It's such a brilliant game. But this is really cool fun too. Just the controls feel a bit off when you're used to playing the modern shooters. It just doesn't sit right. But the more you play the older type shooters, you get used to them again, don't you? So yeah, going to be playing through that one again soon. I'm going to go on a bit of a PS2 gaming binge soon. There's a few games I want to play. There's this, Call of Duty, what do you call it? Final Front one. World at War Final Front. Never played that on PS2, so I want to play that as well. And there's a couple of others that I've picked up that I do want to get onto. So now I've got everything set up, I can do, can't I? I can just chuck them in. Next, this one was the last of my Mega Drive splurge that I had the other month. Well, no, I bought this and another game, but the other game went missing. Missing in the post. I've got my money back now, but I was pretty pissed off, to be honest, because it was a game I really wanted. I asked him to wait till after Christmas to post it, because it was right near Christmas when I bought it, and shit always goes missing at Christmas. And he posted it anyway, and it went missing. It's like, for fuck's sake. It's their loss in the end of the day. They've lost out on a sale and lost the money. But it's super annoying when people don't just listen to you. So yeah, anyway, I bought this one from another seller. And again, this is a game I don't think I ever beat, but I did play it a lot. This is what I played when I was really young, when I first got Mega Drive. And I never owned it, my mate had it. He had loads of games. Yeah, Quackshot. So I've never beaten this. Played the shit out of it, but I only remember playing the first 3 levels. And I think you've got to go back through them, haven't you? You've got to like upgrade your weapon, you go back through them. I can't remember how far I got in it. But I never beat it because I never owned it. I just played it at my mate's house. So yeah, I'm going to beat it this time. I'm going to chuck that in and I'm going to beat the bastard. So yeah, I bought that World of Illusion recently. But again, I'd never really played a Disney game, even though I know it's highly rated. And I really enjoyed it. So I thought, you know what? Quackshot's getting bought and all. Yeah, it wasn't expensive, that, quite cheap. I kind of paid £8 for it. In really good condition. Can't go wrong at that, can you? Really, £8 for an amazing game. So yeah, looking forward to getting stuck into that one. I don't know how I'm going to show you this one. This is a big fucking game, this. So this is the game I'm playing currently, this. I've beaten it on normal mode. It's on PS3. I'm currently trying to beat veteran mode. And I think I'm on about level 8 out of 12 levels. I'm absolutely fucking loving the game. So, we'll start with the box, and I'll show you the other bits. We got this bad boy. Obviously it's not in there, because I'm using it. So, this is the gun, and the game, Heavy Fire, Afghanistan. Got it from France, I believe it came from. It comes with a gun, like this. Absolutely fucking awesome. It's got a barrel and a stand as well, but the barrel gets in the way of the move controller. So when you're aiming downwards, it's alright, but when you aim up, the barrel gets in the way of the move controller somehow. It sort of like chucks you off to the side. So I've taken the barrel out, not bothered with stand, because it just flicks up and down all the time and gets in your way. I mean, if you're going to start using stands and stuff, I might as well go out and get my bloody bipod and properly get set up over there, I don't know, with real guns. But, yeah. It's cool, it is fucking cool. You feel really, I don't know, it feels much better than using a control pad to shoot things. I did try playing, this is the game, it was sealed as well, sealed brand new with it. I did try playing it with the move controller first because I could not get this to hook up. It's a pain in the ass to get set up, I will say that, it really is tricky. So I tried playing it just to test the game with the move controller and what's that little gun attachment called, isn't it? One of these things. Yeah, I've got another move controller with gun. Yeah, try playing it with that, and it's nowhere near as fun. It's a bit shit. So when you're using this, you've got like buttons here, and you've got a stick there, and that's for ducking in and out of cover. Is that stick? That's for reload. That's for firing grenades, and it just feels cool as fuck. It really does. So yeah, I've been spending my last few days, well, nearly a week now, I'd imagine, just like that all night. I've actually got like sore patches on my knees where I've had my elbow on my knee while I've been aiming. What a nerd. Fucking love it though. Tell you what's really cool about it is the battery pack goes in there like a quick. That's cool as fucking it. So yeah. It just tickled me, did that. But yeah, it's a really fun game. It's not the best game by any stretch of the imagination. And like I say, I beat the normal mode without really taking much damage, to be honest with you. Veteran mode's a touch harder. I have struggled on a few levels so far, but not like really struggled. You know, I've just had to replay from a few checkpoints. But it don't matter. I'm just really enjoying it. It's such a cool fucking game to play through. It does play like a traditional light gun game. It's not like some of them, you can use this sort of attachment. Well, this is basically, it's got every button that like the navigation controller or the PS3 pad would have on it. It's got 2 triggers for your right. It's got your other stick there. It's got every button. So you know, you can use the move controller and the navigation controller to play FPS games and stuff like that. But it feels more like a light gun game, which makes it cool. You're not actually having to move your character around with your sticks. You're just ducking in and out of cover, choosing which cover you want. Other than that, it is just a light gun game. You are just shooting things. So it's just cool as fuck anyway. That's it. It's not the best game in the world. It's never going to win any awards. But I'm definitely going to buy the other Heavy Fire game after playing this, because I've really enjoyed it. I think that's what matters, isn't it? That I've really enjoyed it. So yeah, gets a 10 out of 10 from me. It's going to be getting played over and over again. I said the game was sealed, brand new when I bought it. I didn't pay much for it either. How much for it? I think it was 40 quid, which might sound a lot, but you got to remember I got it posted from France. So for a big ass box like that, sealed, brand new from France, I think the postage was like 25 quid. So 15 quid-ish, English. Yeah, happy with that. Happy with it. Oh, chucking it on the floor. But yeah, brilliant game. I'd recommend it. For the sake of 40 quid, I'd recommend buying that. Quality stuff. So yeah, last game now. So, on to the good old N64. I seem to be adding a game a month to the N64. My collection's building up quite slow and steady. But I'm getting there with that. I don't think there's that many games I want now. Maybe 12 games left that I want on the N64. So yeah, we're rattling through then. This one, it's one of my top games on the N64, is this. And it gets ignored a lot, I would say. So we've got 007, The World Is Not Enough. Bit of a theme going on here. Got it for Game Boy Color. Got it for the Nintendo 64. Difference is, I have played this one. I've played the shit out of this one. Beaten it multiple times. Used to play multiplayer hell of a lot on this one. Cracking game, it really is. I would say this plays... I think it plays better than GoldenEye as a one-player experience. The two-player experience, the maps aren't quite as good. You know, they're not as devious. Let's put it that way. It's quite easy to spot people in the multiplayer. But for a single player experience, I really enjoyed this one. The only thing where I got stuck on the very last level, I'd beaten it, killed everything, I just could not figure out how to finish the last level. I had to go and rent the movie from the video store, watch that, and then when I watched that and saw how they escaped from the last zone, I went back to the game, finished the level, jumped and did what it does in the movie. Bingo, off you go. I won't spoil it for anyone else. You can get stuck and watch the fucking film like I had to. But yeah, pain in the ass to get hold of in really good condition is this. It's one of them. I've had this like 3 or 4 times over the years, and it's one of them boxes that's really flimsy. There's a few on N64 like this. Games that I've had multiple times and they're always battered. So, World Is Not Enough. Shadow Man, that always seems to be knackered. And it's like, I don't know, it's a thinner cardboard that they're made out of, and it's just flimsy, and it always just wrinkles and creases really easily. So I'm happy to have this one in really good condition. I am a bit worried though that I'm going to go back to this one and not like the controls. So the last time I played GoldenEye, I wasn't keen on the controls. But, that said, I just jumped on Banjo-Kazooie and I fell straight back into it and loved every minute of it. I've just been playing a PS1 Racer, I haven't played one of them for ages. Just fell straight back into the controls. Because I'm flitting through so many machines and so many genres, I think I should be alright with it. I'm hoping I'm going to be alright with it, let's put it that way. So yeah, anyway, that's it. That is it for this month, pickups wise. A few more Game Boy Advance games added, as always. We'll get around to them someday, don't worry about it. You'll see them or you won't see them if you don't watch them videos, but yeah, I think that's it. I do have, like I said, did I say? Don't remember if I said or not. I've got a few additions to the gaming room as well. I'm going to do another update video shortly. So, CRT situation is sorted. I'm just working on getting a load of cable in and switches and all that shit now. The stuff I've got is basic at best. So yeah, it ain't anymore. It's going to be kick-ass is this setup. So, working on that, and then I'll get it all wired up. I'll probably do a video on wiring it, a video on the TVs, and And then there's a bit of an issue that I've come across with the games room since I've changed to this unit. And that is, I don't have anywhere for my control pads. So at the minute, they're all living at the side, here, or here, or here. But there's fucking wires everywhere. And it's driving me up the fucking wall, it really is. If anyone's ever seen my old gaming setup, I might show you a picture of the wiring job from my old gaming setup. I'll chuck it in here if I can find one. I'm going to do the same with this. So, you know, all the wires will be hidden down the seams at the back. But I don't know what to do with the controllers. I can't have them like this, it'll do my head in. But at the same point, I don't want them all just chucked in a box somewhere out of the way where I can never find the fuckers. So my old unit, it had drawers in a cupboard on either side, but you could only fit 2 consoles on it, so it was no fucking use. But I am missing that storage, so I may have to come up with something else custom to put my controllers on or in. I'm thinking a display type unit with them all stacked on, ready to go. Might have to bring my welding skills out of the fucking bag. We'll see. Anyway, yeah, that's it anyway. I'm rambling on about shit that you don't even know about. That's it for pickups. Right, so, next up, wanted to talk about video response to Clay Graphics. So, he did a gaming pledge. 5 games he's going to beat this year. And you know what? I thought that's a really good idea, is that? Because there's loads of games I've got downstairs that I want to beat. But what I do is I get new shiny games and I play them. And then I'll get new shiny games instead of playing like that one, I'll play that one sort of thing. And then I'll get more new shiny games and they'll get put to the back. So, there's a number of games I've been meaning to play for quite a long time and play through properly. I've chucked all of them on apart from... No, I haven't even chucked 3 of these on. I've played the 2 cartridge ones and I haven't even chucked the disc ones on at all. I bought them with the intention of playing through them, really wanting to play them, and I've never even touched them. So I am going to get through these games this year. Come hell or high water, I'm going to do it. Yeah, so we're going to start with one I've just mentioned. Call of Duty, World at War, Final Front, PS2. Not played this one. I think it looks cool, and from what everyone says, it's a really good experience. It's a totally different game to the PS3 game. I mean, I absolutely love World at War on PS3. It's one of my favourite Call of Duties. It's such a good game, hard as fuck. The veteran mode is solid. So yeah, that's the first one. I'm going to blast that on the PS2. I'm probably going to play, wherever that other game's gone, Wolfenstein as well on PS2, probably around the same time while I'm used to PS2 controller. But I've been meaning to play this. I was like, I can't remember who bought it. Like Pete, Snaztastic bought it, and I saw it and I thought, fucking hell, I ain't got that. And I'd not even realised that I hadn't got it at the time. I was like, bloody hell, never played that. Call of Duty game I've never played. I love them. I really do love Call of Duty games. So yeah, high on my to play list. I don't know which order I'm going to do these in, but by the end of 2025, I'm going to have beaten this. All of these. That's my pledge. That's what this is, a gaming pledge. So, that's game number 1. Game number 2. Never played this. Never ever played this. And again, I don't know why. I kind of do know why. So, I'm scared if I play this, I won't have time to play anything else at all year, basically. But I'm going to get through it. We're going to play it. We're not going to get sidetracked by all the side missions and all that sort of shit. We're just going to black through the game. We're not going to go for platinum and go for all the bits and bats. And then we're just going to chuck it in. Grand Theft Auto 4. I'm going to play through the story. Probably going to play the side quest. Probably going to get sucked into it big time. I've never been able to just play a Grand Theft Auto game. You know, like, not bother going and doing all the ambulance missions and the taxi missions and getting all the cars to the fucking chopping shop and all that, finding all the hidden jumps and packages. I get so involved in Grand Theft Auto games and I just can't help myself. And that's the PS2 Grand Theft Auto games. I'm a proper trophy whore, so not only did I used to do it just for the sake of getting the 100%, Now there's something to aim for, there's fucking trophies as well. That's pretty much why I haven't played this one. But everyone I've ever talked to said it's brilliant, and I'm just thinking, fucking hell, I really need to play it. It's one of them games that it's voted like best game of the century and all this sort of shit. I need to play it though, I just need to play it. So yeah, I'm going to finish it. I'm going to try not to totally get sucked into it and not play anything else. We are going to finish it though. Next one, cartridge based game. Don't think I've ever beaten this. I can't remember if I've beaten it or not. I may have beaten the Spectrum version, but I definitely I don't think I've beaten the NES version. Brilliant game though. I think I got to the level after the swimming level. You're in like April O'Neil's van, I believe. I think that's as far as I ever got in it. So I'm going to be chucking that on, seeing how it plays. I've only had a quick blast on it, this one, to be honest with you, since I bought it. I was testing out my NES setup, and me and my daughter were playing it, but she ended up pinching the pad and playing it. So yeah, tricky game from what I remember of it, but I loved it. It's one of them games I've got really vivid memories of, is the Turtles game. Not the NES version, the Spectrum version mainly, but it is the same as that, so yeah. Looking forward to chucking that one on. Again, shouldn't take me too long to beat, shouldn't that one, I wouldn't have thought. I know it's a tricky game, but I can only master games like this pretty quickly. So hopefully that won't take me too long. Yeah, this one here. Fucking expensive game, this one. I still haven't played it. Banjo-Tooie. I actually said I wasn't going to play this until I'd replayed Banjo-Kazooie, because I didn't want to get an unfair opinion of it from my memory of Banjo-Kazooie, because my memory of Banjo-Kazooie was so fucking high. But if I'd have gone to this and thought it were a bit naff, then I'd have always been thinking, oh, maybe it was just rose-tinted glasses with Banjo-Kazooie. But I've played through Banjo-Kazooie, 100%ed it, fucking loved every minute of it, and it wasn't rose-tinted glasses. My opinion of that game is still, it is fucking cock on. So, Banjo-Tooie, that is coming up really soon, is that one. I'm actually tempted to chuck it in and kind of start half playing it while I'm still finishing off Heavy Spear. Is it called Heavy Spear? I can't remember what that game's called now already. Yeah, Heavy Fire, Afghanistan. Shattered Spear, that's the second game I'm going to get. That's why I had Spear in my mind. Yeah, because I'm nearly finished with that game now. I've just got 4 or 5 levels to do on Veteran and a couple of little daft trophies to get for Platinum. But yeah, looking forward to playing this one. It's always a bit of a bugbear to me when I've got a pricey game in my collection and I haven't played it. So yeah, we're getting this one on very soon. Hopefully it's somewhere near as good as Banjo-Kazooie. From what I've heard of it, it's a bit annoying to some people. Like, you know, the toing and throwing on it and stuff like that, which I get, but at the same time I don't mind stuff like that. I'm a collector by nature, so if it means going here, going there to collect things and get 100%, I don't mind doing it, to be honest with you. As long as I'm enjoying playing it, stuff like that don't bother me. So that's game number 4. Game number 5. I'm still shocked I've never played this one. I really am shocked about it. I've owned it for ages now. Again, another game that's voted ridiculously highly by people, really well thought of. Even had a fucking TV series made of it. Last of Us. Never played it. I love everything that like Naughty Dog do as well. All the Uncharted games, Crash Bandicoot games. I'm pretty sure I'm going to love this. I'll have to give it a shot and see what. I'm just hoping it's not really story driven. Because I know some games that are highly acclaimed, like interactive movies. But I've heard really good things about this, so we'll see. I'll just have to chuck it in, give it a shot, see what it plays like, what. But yeah, I mean, some of these games, how I've never played these two. As a PS3 fan as well, I really love the fucking PS3. How I've never played these two games, I don't know. I don't know why. But I kind of do with that one about the whole scared of it taking off my life. But this one, I should have just played it, shouldn't I? Even my daughter borrowed my PS3 and played through this. you know, she's an Xbox girl. So my daughter's played it and I haven't played it. Yeah, so that's my 5 games that I pledged to beat this year. If you fancy doing something similar, then make a video response. Go over and watch Clay Graphics video, see what he's going to beat this year. He's picked out some nice games actually. I've beaten a few of them already, what he's picked out. But yeah, good way to get working for us backlogs, isn't it? So, why don't you do the same? If you've got a nice backlog building up, pick out a few games and go, right, I'm going to fucking have them this year. They're mine. And go and smash them. So anyway, that's it. I ended the video today. Seen my pickups, seen my gaming pledge for 2025. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you soon with another video, people. Bye.